All right, guys. Good evening. Today is January 2026. It's January 26th of 2026, so not to confuse anybody on that. Welcome to another cold Monday night with this crazy weather. Um, and we got a new guest than what we originally were supposed to have because of the weather and the internet connections. So I'm gonna bring that guest on shortly, but first and foremost, we gotta do this startup. We gotta check our sound and our audio, make sure we're getting the comments, and if all that is solid, we'll get this thing going. So I see somebody is on the live already. If you can tell me in the comments if the sound and video quality is good, we'll get it. We'll get it started. In the meantime, here's some hot drinks for you. Ooh, the legend Stan Foster in the comments. First one in there. Fernando, Saints, Brent, all good. Love it. Love it. Tonight is snow day. Today is snow day. 100% it is snow day. Well, welcome, guys. Let's get this show started. And let me, with that, bring on our sponsors of the week. That is going to be Expel and Nanotech Window Film. We want to give a special shout out to our sponsors of the week. Without the sponsors, we're not quite able to do what we're able to do, right? So thank you to Expel and Nanotech. Special announcement for Expel. They did the XDC this weekend. That was awesome. I was able to attend that. Met some great people, networked a little bit, talked tint, talked PPF, talked business. Also got to talk to their new champion. Before they were champion, they were at Tenor Battles. They competed. They did not win, but they learned some stuff. They played it calm, cool, and they became first and third place as brothers. That was really cool. Anyways, great stuff at XDC. So let's get this show on the road. All right, we got our chats up. Let's get the right screen on. And let's get our guest on. So, without further ado, let's bring on Gabe.
What's up?
What's up, Gabe? Welcome to the show, man. Thank you for filling in last minute. It's kind of funny, you reached out to me last week, like, hey, when you got some spot, and I'm like, I'll let you know when I get back, and all of a sudden, like, it was
Here
meant
we
to
are.
be, man. It was meant to be. So, welcome. Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you being
Absolutely.
here.
WeAre-Film. Dude, I love what you did with when you stood this up and with the logo that you put together. It definitely fits. It fits the vibe. And I always notice the logo whenever I see you out there on socials. That's the first thing I notice whenever I see you do anything. It's the logo that pulls me in. And it fits everything I know about you.
I love it, bro. Appreciate it. That means a lot. It was a lot of thought and a lot of effort put into it. The logo actually was designed by Dustin Gonzalez. Then it was improved by, some creative people that don't want to be known, but uh, they're definitely did their little touches to improve on it. And these hats, especially the 3D hats, special shout out to Saints. Saints have really helped the group and event. do a lot of stuff, including bringing out this class of high quality hats that really like with the different colors, man. I mean, lately we've been adding more colors. Oh my God, the amount of interest, the amount of like, hey man, that looks really good. The compliments you get, it is freaking phenomenal, man. Every time it touches right in here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm excited to be here, man. Uh, weren't you just at an event a few days ago too?
We were in San Antonio for XDC, man.
That's right, XDC, which is Expel Dealer Conference, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. How did that
So,
go? Was anything cool at XDC?
I mean, they had some cool stuff there. It was definitely a lot of networking for me.
Mm.
I competed last year in the tint side, on the automotive side, and this year I sat back and watched and tried to learn from it. But my goal was to get a little bit more on the flat glass side and try to touch up on that, and then network with some of the great leaders to see where I'm messing up on that I can improve on, because to me as a business owner, networking excels me really quick. Even in
Mm.
fact, we have Stan Foster in the chats, and I was just chatting with him earlier today, right before this live, and he was like, "Hey man, I don't know that how long you've been in the industry, but it doesn't seem like you've been in the industry too long, but you've really come up really quick." And a lot of that is because of me networking. It's me asking the questions and not being shy about it. I used to be a shy kid all the time, man. Like I used to not want to have a conversation. You know, even this weekend, I got told I got a bitch face that I need to fix. That I need
Mm.
to smile more.
Interesting.
I'm like, damn, do I really have a bitch face? They're like, yeah, dude. Like, if you're not with somebody that you know, you have a bitch face. You need to fix that. I was like, damn, dude, I'm gonna do that. Shout out to Jay, because Jay was the one. He's like, hey man, I'm a friend. If I'm gonna be a true friend, I'm gonna tell you, bro. You got a bitch face. You need to fix that
He
bitch
said you had. He said you had a what do they call it? Resting bitch face, like
resting bitch face, bro. That's exactly
RB
what
and an RBF.
RBF. There you go.
Jeez. You know what? You're an intense. I feel like sometimes when I like if I see you out somewhere or I see you at an event, I glance over at you and like you usually like either listening to somebody intently or you are just like deep in thought. So I guess I could see where they're coming from, but like I mean at the end of the day, you're not. I don't feel like you're a bitch, right? Like
I don't feel like I'm a bitch. I do agree that I have the resting bitch face. I see that. You know, I see that in the pictures. I see that in. I can understand where he was coming from, and he was right on, man. I mean, there was. I don't deny it. You know,
mm-hmm.
it is what it is, and you can either accept it or you can deny it. But I think accepting it is first stage of trying to improve it.
Sure.
So, you know, my second day at XDC was like trying to smile, and I'm like, dude,
Mm.
this is kind of hard, you know, like, but you know, I do get serious when I'm thinking about stuff or I'm trying to absorb information, because I'm not focused on the face. I'm focused on like my gears are turning, right? So like I'm a visual person, right? So like when somebody's talking to me on ideas and stuff, in my mind, there's a screen playing that stuff. And that's how I incorporate or understand the information.
Mm-hmm.
Names. I'm bad with names, bro. I literally have to write down names,
Mm-hmm.
remember them, or I have to associate name with somebody I either know in real life or one of the characters from a show or a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I don't know if other people are like that or not. You know, I'm pretty sure there are some, but I'm pretty sure I'm unique in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like life. Everything is a learning experience. You
Yeah.
adapt to it, or you ignore it, or you just leave it the way it is. Whatever choice you take, my goal, and I've come up with this strategy years and years ago, is never stop learning.
Oh yeah. Always approach as a student. Always as a student.
Yes, exactly. Doesn't matter how well I know stuff. If somebody's trying to tell me something, I'm gonna listen in, whether I agree with you or not. But I'm gonna look at it from a different point of view as well too. You know, like I just had somebody political conversation earlier, and I don't get into the political stuff. I really don't care politics wise. anything.
Mhm.
All I care is how is it going to affect me, my family, and my business. That's all I care about.
Because
If the
that's all you
company,
can that's all you can control in your immediate, that's all you have in your immediate control is your life and the things that belong to you. And at the end of the day, I'm right there with you. I think that, you know, it's okay to it's okay to want betterment for like humanity and your fellow countrymen and all of that, but at the end of the day, man, we're all living in our own world and we can only control what we can control.
yep, I'm with you on that 100%. Well, let me do a proper introduction for you, for the audience, for the people that's watching and the people that will watch afterwards. If you would please introduce yourself and a little bit about you.
So, my name is Gabe Fletcher. I am the founder of Detailing Growth and Detailer OS, and I am also a shop operator. And I work inside of the detail and auto film space, primarily with tinners, PPF shops, vinyl shops, and just about every level in between, helping them with marketing in their business and also helping them with their internal business operations. So I take care of that side of things because I did it on my own inside my own shop, and growing my own shop to run it up to 7 figures a year was a massive feat, and it took a lot of time and energy to do that. And I built it up and burn it down a bunch of times. And I'm taking those learnings and translated them into doing things differently for the industry because, Cash, I think that you know that there isn't a harder working like subgenre of people working in automotive than window tinners and people who work in auto film, because it's usually something that like one person can get started with.
Mm-hmm.
And it also becomes the one thing that they become ingrained with and just enthralled with, and it becomes their life. And sometimes it becomes their own trap into staying stuck where they exactly are. And they can't reach beyond a certain capacity, or they can't get out of the day-to-day operations, and they feel they're running a team and they feel like their team isn't growing and the business isn't growing the way they want it to. So I approach what I do every day because I want to help. We want to help the businesses that want to help themselves in ways that nobody else is willing to. And I show up for it every day. And Cash, I know you read what I put out there, and I know that you listen to a lot of the content I put out, and hopefully that shows in how I approach things. And it's one of the things I'm really proud of. And I genuinely, hope that goes to why you asked me to be on, outside of there being an opening super quickly.
No, man, it wasn't just that there's an opening, man. It's like, I talk to people, and first and foremost, I've got to apologize to my co-host. I forgot to send him a link. So Ryan's gonna
How
come in
rude
like,
of
"Hey,
you.
man, I didn't get a link," and because I was talking to Stan Foster. So if anybody can excuse me, I think Ryan will excuse me for Stan Foster. He understands the legend that I was talking to. So Ryan, if you're in the if you're in the live, I just sent you the link. I apologize. Hopefully you can jump on. But no, bro, like it's we met at WFR. We sat down a few different times. We had great conversations. I love what you do. I definitely respect the hell out of you, bro. Like it's hard doing multiple things. I definitely understand that. Um, we don't have Ryan, but we do have a little toy truck on here.
Is
So
that Optimus?
it looked like it for a second, right? Like, but
I think he's trying to get his situation right there.
Am I
so
not on there? What's going
No.
on?
no, dude, all we got is the logo. We don't see you. We saw the
What?
truck for a half a second.
I don't even know where that truck. That's over here. All right. Let me figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, no problem. Do what you do. But no, when you asked me, even when you asked me, was it Thursday or Friday?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, man, I would love to have you on, because you asked me like, hey, even if you want me on there or not. And I was like, dude, why? Like, why would I not want you on there? I love what film is standing for, man, because like film, we want to incorporate everybody. There you go. Welcome, Ryan.
What's
Sorry,
up,
man.
Ryan?
I
How are
totally
you?
forgot to
All
send you
right,
the
how
link.
you doing?
So, No, I want to incorporate everybody. I want to incorporate the little guy. I want to incorporate the big guy. I want to incorporate the middle guy. I definitely want to give a lot of shout out to the independent people like yourself that is doing multiple things, man. So that's like it's huge when you're able to handle multiple businesses, multiple revenues, multiple organizations. Like you're filling in a lot of hats, and what you're talking about is some of the things that I've talked about this weekend. And one of the gentlemen I'm going to be bringing on in the next few weeks or so is going to be a gentleman that tried out having multiple shops and bounced back to just having one huge location, huge operation. He's been dealer of the year for Expel for multiple years, and I got the honor of meeting with him and talking with him for a few minutes, and I love that because there are individuals like Sean G is a killer, but Sean G just loves being in one spot, loves handling a lot of things. Les Hilton, man, Les Hilton is another killer and legend, and he's a great tinter. He has a great business, and he's also okay with the one spot. So but then you have like the Mike Burks, and you have a lot of these Mike Norg, and a lot of these gentlemen that have got multiple locations. You got the operations down, they have the staff down, and they're just killing, and they're just duplicating. And
That's another set of skills you have to
yeah,
do that in multiple locations with like, because it's not just a few people, it ends up being dozens and dozens of people, and making sure that your values are reflected everywhere so that everything operates as it should in each location. That's a skill that you either have or you don't. And if you don't, you have to learn very, very quickly. And I think you're either built for that or you're not.
hey Dante, I do see your question. I'm gonna have Gabe answer that because that was one of the things that also struck my interest, because there was another post by Lance Monday on the page today that talked about ads, and Gabe is an expert on this. So it's I definitely want to hit that up. I just wanted to cover Gabe's backstory first, kind of give people the know-hows, and just chat up a little bit before we get into like, hey, how does ads work? What's the
Listen,
secret?
that's a whole nother. We could be here for hours
Yeah.
talking about that and the kind of nightmare it can be. So, but yes, I definitely want to get into what Dante asked and what Lance had to say, and and the other thing is like people think it's just me. There's a whole team behind me. We have 30 people on a global team that help me do what I do for shops across the country. And that is not an easy feat. And I certainly didn't start detailing to figure out that I was going to be running a global team to help back an agency for the entire sector. Like I had no clue that was going to happen, but here we are.
Well,
And
let's talk
I'm
about
so
that a
happy
little
that I
bit.
did, man, because it's had such an impact on my life, being
Let's
able to
talk
help
about
people.
that. Your story. How did you get into this business?
So this is, believe it or not, I wrote this out the other day because I needed to just realign with how I came up, because it's easy to get lost in the day to day. So I took some time for myself and I thought back, how did I get started? Is it still an accurate reflection upon where I've come from? And it is, and that's that. September 2019, I had stopped working in a very long-term work-from-home position. I had just had weight loss surgery. I almost died on the table, and it like huge dramatic thing, and we could go in and on and on and on that. But ultimately, they were not going to perform the surgery, and my wife signed my life away. They closed me up and then went back in, and I ended up with some pretty serious complications. Luckily, I came out the other side, but I've suffered some core muscle degradation from that, and I had a super long recovery period. And during that, I ended up doing Uber and Lyft. Back when like they had surge pricing, and like they were all like late 2019, 2020, you were making a murdering doing Uber and Lyft, making really solid money. And I remember sitting Have you ever drove Uber and Lyft before?
No, I've had my one of my relatives. He's tried it a little bit. He's had bad luck, so I
When
understand the struggle a little bit.
Okay, so when you go as a driver, when you go to an airport, there is a location that all the drivers need to be in. It's literally a geo. It's a grid. It's a geo grid highlighted on the map. You have to be inside this zone in order to get what they call airport pickups, because usually airport pickups are like a minimum of 20-minute ride to take somebody somewhere. They're not just around the corner. So you have to get into the queue, and you have to literally physically be inside the airport zone to get those rides. And I remember just sitting in the queue, just doing what every other queue does. It's long and slow, but usually the money would pay off in the end. And I just remember sitting, and it was about noon, and I'm watching this gentleman gets out of his car, unrolls paper towels, doesn't spray anything on them, and starts wiping the back of his minivan. And the minivan is black. So it is just pain that is happening. It's happening in front of me, and it's just like pain, pain, pain. Every swipe, the whole thing is turning. The whole car is the back of the thing is turning white with every swipe from all of the swirls he's putting in this. And a day or so later, I end up getting served a video on YouTube called "This is how much money you can make in a mobile detailing business." And I watched it, and it was a gentleman in New York. It was a Hispanic guy, and he's like showing this check from this fleet account that he did. And I was like, I like detailing, and like I like keeping my car clean. I could do that, because I was discovering a newfound sense of movement about me, right? Because I had been big for so long that I had become restricted in movement, couldn't do lots of physical activity. Well, I was finding that. And like I had this newfound movement, and I said, I want to do something and focus my time and energy on something that's going to keep me fit, or not. It's never really fit, but just keep me active, right? So I was like, I turned to my wife and I said, I think I want to do a detailing business, because I went down the rabbit hole. Because I learned everything that I could. I watched everything I could. I was enthralled with it, and like I went down the list of what it was going to cost. She was like, "This is really what you want to do?" I was like, I have never been truly more aligned with anything that I've ever wanted to do than after I watched this like 20-minute YouTube video. Because the guy was talking about, he was talking about not having a boss and this, that, and the other. And that was the first time in my life I had ever been in that position. And I bought all the stuff that I needed. I like ripped the third row out of the back seat. I ripped the third row out of my like 2004 Suburban. I put a water tank in it, pressure washer. I did generator, hose reels, all in the back of my Suburban. It was a super stealth rig. You couldn't tell what was in it. So I could pull up on places that you wouldn't expect there to be a detailing business running. And it was super stealthy. And like I had all my stuff in it. Nobody knew what was in it. And January 1st, 2020 is when I started. And a year later, I stepped into a 5,000 square foot facility. And now 6 years after that, I absorbed 3 different businesses. A bunch of them ended up working for me after they closed theirs. And I now run one of the largest agencies across the entire sector that isn't the scam of the century. And here we are. That's my story.
I love Lance just jumping on. First thing he says, I better have not missed any of the ad creation discussion. I watched all of Gabe's YouTube videos. You have not. We were just getting the backstory of Lance, how he got in this industry and where he's at now. And it looks like you're crushing it, man. It looks like you got the detailing business down, the marketing business down. This is awesome, man. This is I love it, bro. I love it.
Thank you.
So let's jump into these ad questions, man. Like let's go back to you know, we got some great people in the chats, man. We got Dante in here, Tint the World. They're doing great stuff with their marketing and their stuff. We have Mr. Avery Wells in here, who's a former heat shrink champion, and he has a unique story of losing his champion to his brother by helping him realize what he was doing wrong, and then get turned around and get beat because of the advice he just gave him a minute before. So it's an honor. David Shuckman, huge expel guy. That's actually the gentleman I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna have David on one of the podcasts, and I want love to people who understand his story and see the perspective he comes in with. So Rico, I think your was the one that we wanted to start off with, right? Great topic. Can you share what would be a basic insight to you, maybe real value to some of us?
Sure. So it looks like these guys have been asking about ad content.
Yep.
And just like what makes advertising work, right? Because I'm assuming that most people that are operating their own print business or running a vinyl business or film business have probably dabbled in advertising in some way or another. They either get like Yext is calling them, or Yelp. By the way, don't ever give Yelp your money unless you are a massive operation. Don't do that as a small operator, please. Because you will have to cancel your card and get a new one to get them to stop billing you.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way, because I was just asked over the weekend, why don't you have a Yelp a marketing or stuff? And I'm like, dude,
you can have a Yelp account and like manage your page. Just know that the second you fill in your information, your phone number now becomes the personal property of Yelp.
Yeah,
or they treat it that way anyway.
Yeah, I've had some experience with Yelp before in another business, and it's one of those things when you get that in your mouth,
you get the ick. You
don't want to ever repeat that again. It's
No.
like me, I want to lose weight, but I'm not going back to LA Fitness anytime soon.
They're great at looping and keeping you on the phone.
Bro, the story I have for LA Fitness is not even freaking funny. It was a headache. So I'm either gonna go to Crunch or the Purple to go with Tint Wiz. Planet Fitness. I think I may end up just going to Planet Fitness just to keep up with Tint Wiz his colors. Just so maybe I'll get some favor out of Eric Devash or something.
Okay. Okay.
What's up? We got Leanne in here. We got Mother Marion jumped on. Tim Johnson, what's up? Justin. Some great people in the chats.
So like you asked me, everybody asks like what makes good ad content, and I think that you really have to ask yourself, well, what's my goal? And every business has a goal, or the goal is I want to sell more high-end tint to make more money, right? And there's a few ways you can do that with advertising. There's discounting. There's making people aware of who you are. There's educational content that you can make. And then there's like following trends, right? So it's either like you show people you give people the ability to discover who you are or know you. You give people the ability to like you, or you give them the ability to trust you. So, and those three words, know, like, trust. Those three words are everything that you need to think about when you make content for advertising. So to make it really, really simple is, how should you get into advertising? Well, let's just assume that everybody here is going to try Meta ads and advertising on Meta at some point. That's the easy place to start. Right. And most people come away with the experience that they tried boosting, or I worked with somebody who said they were going to get me 30 jobs in 30 days, or which please run far, far away from that. Whenever you come across that, run away like your hair is on fire. or you have put money in and it hasn't worked out, and ultimately you walk away from the experience of meta ads don't work for me, right? And that's just your learned experience, and that's an experience for a lot of people. But what almost everybody is missing is the strategy that you must use to create advertising content. And that means that we need to tie what we actually want to happen in the business, whether it's we want to sell more tint, or we want to have more people in the area know we're here, we want to book more jobs immediately from those ads. But you have to understand the type of content you need to make, and then you need to understand how to connect that to the outcomes in your business. And these are just the simple ways you can think about that. And Tim here says, I've tried Meta, but I only have Google, and I really only have Google, and that needs work. I also just started email blasting, right? So here's more. This goes exactly with what I was talking about, is what strategy are you using? And are you a good salesperson? Are you the type of person that has good branding? What assets do you have in your business? And we could drill on this all day long, but it's the easiest way to go about this is following a chart that I have. And Cash, I'm going to drop this to you, and I don't know if you can put this up on screen or if I can share it.
Yeah, you can share it.
Okay, so share screen, and then I'm going to do window, and then I'm going to do share. Okay, is this on the screen now? You see this?
There you go.
Okay. So this is the know, like, and trust funnel. And can you shift it? There we go. Perfect. Okay. So this right here is essentially there's three things happening in this photo, even though you really only see two. There is the sales funnel. Now you've heard of the word sales funnel before, Cash, right?
Yep.
So that's what. The funnel is TOF, MOF, and BOF. That's top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Now, top of funnel is almost where all of your people that discover you on Meta will be. The higher in the funnel that they are, the more unaware of who you are, what the problem that person has, meaning they don't realize that they need tint or that they even want tint. They don't realize it. And they just don't understand what high quality window film is. So top of funnel is like the equivalent of you driving down the freeway and you see something out of the corner of your eye. Mm-hmm. When it comes to Meta. So imagine yourself driving down you're cruise control in the fast lane, you're doing 80 and something whips by you and you're like, what the hell was that? That's the equivalent of getting an ad on Meta. Now, can you go back and think to, like, sometimes when you're doom scrolling, you're just flicking, and you're like, oh, what was that? And then you scroll back to it. That's right. That top of funnel moment where, like, something catches your attention. And that's also the moment that somebody's going to have the chance to know you. And that's where, like, these types, you can see underneath the word know in the picture, there's the different types of content that you can make that match that stage, right? And this is where most people end up with their Meta advertising and advertising in general, right? Is they don't, so like this, to get people's attention and drive them further down the funnel, you need the strategy and the rest of the content types to pull them there, right? Because the goal is to pull them down the funnel and help them understand who you are, understand your business and your crew, and then ultimately get them to trust you. Because at the end of the day, Cash, when was the last time you paid somebody you didn't trust besides the government? maybe maybe your local elected officials board or your HOA or like whatever official governing body outside of those official things that you need to pay for. When was the last time you gave somebody your money willingly that you didn't trust? And I'm willing to bet that if you're like most tinners, you really only try to give your money to people that you trust the most.
True.
And ultimately your customer is the same way. We have to think about them and the journey that they have in discovering your business the same way. Just because somebody opts into a meta ad for you and it's the first time they're seeing you does not mean that they're ready to give you their money. They're just discovering who you are, right? But then there is also just when they've opted in, that's not like you talk to them and expect them to be ready to book tint. And then if they're not ready, you say, oh, what the hell? You slam the phone down. No, you have the strategy that connects them to the rest of the funnel and the rest of the process. So what does it take to make good advertising?
Right.
You have to understand a little bit of sales psychology and like customer journey, and also understanding these three principles of know, like, and trust and how they connect to the funnel. And ultimately, if you can make the content that is listed here and put that inside of an advertising group or an ad group or ad campaign, because how Meta works is you create the campaign and then you create these set of advertising rules and then you put the creatives, which is each type of video content or static content you see here, inside of the creative group. And then ultimately, once they see your ad once, they usually see the rest of them in rotation. Right? So it's having all those pieces is ultimately what gets people to give you their money. Now, most people are probably going to look at this and they're like this. The tongue's hanging out of their head. Everybody's dizzy, right? Because listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. I get it.
It's like explaining the dynamic to somebody and the numbers and TASER.
No, which you should never ever do ever, because you're only going to make your customer go, which you should never do, right? Which just I'm just joking, by the way, because if it works for you, it works for you. There's a lot of nuance between this, but ultimately, you need to, how ads are successful and how they work in your business is the understanding the knowledge of these three things. Now, everybody get down a piece of paper. This is what you need to know. This is it. You need to understand the customer journey of your customer. You need to understand what the customer journey is fundamentally, and then understand where your customer is discovering you in their journey. And if you like go down the rabbit hole with AI or just a Google search, like you can learn that, no problem. Then you need to understand what a sales funnel is. That is, again, you just need to understand the base level concepts. That's it. And then you need to understand the concept of know, like, and trust. If you can take those three things just as thinking like from a 10,000 foot view, not the very little minute details. If you can just understand those three things from a very high level, you can start to make ad content that works for you and your business. But you have to understand what each of these things are and then how you tie them to your business. And just those three things is being an entrepreneur and being somebody who can drive attention into your business.
Now, Lance says, do we make 11 suggested content of the funnel and put it in one campaign with 11 different creatives?
Right. And that is, you don't need to make every single piece, but you should probably try and cover parts of every part of the funnel. And when you create campaigns, you can run 3 campaigns to where if somebody in another campaign that you are pixeling watches a certain level of your content, like watch time, they'll then be shown the next type of content in your funnel, or in the next type of content in as a part of another campaign. But truthfully, the when it comes to Meta, as long as you can put at least one of each of these funnel steps or know, like, and trust pieces inside of an advertising campaign, you can usually pretty well bet that if somebody is served one ad for one stage, they'll probably see the rest, right? Because you need all three in order to get them to buy. But it also doesn't need to be that that person receives all three pieces of this information on Meta. The other part of it is like the trust part and the like part can be introduced by you as the business operator through conversation, like inviting them to your shop and then showing them what the work looks like on other cars, putting their hands in front of the heat box display. And like those experiences tie in to like and trust. So it doesn't need to all be in your advertising campaign, because truthfully, asking your advertising campaign to do all of the things on Meta is a lot. That's a lot of time and energy that most of the time the platform is just not going to give you. Not for something like this that requires an in-person service delivery. That's easier to do for e-commerce. Much easier to do.
Rico, I think, had this question. Is this funnel for Meta, or is this works on overall Meta, Google?
This is your entire, this is the business in general. This is how the sales funnel works.
This is just sales funnel. This is
not
marketing.
Right. This is marketing as a whole. This is the concept you need to understand in order to make the advertising work on the system you choose to advertise on. You need to understand what part of the funnel you're striving to attract attention to and how you're going to pull them after they opt in. Because the only thing that you can usually drive for one goal on the platform you're choosing. And most of the time for Meta, now can you see my mouse on the screen here?
Yeah.
Most of the time, Meta is going to land you this top of funnel and like the upper portion of the middle where they're just crossing over. So we're like they've known you and now they're like viewing the next piece of content, right? Because you have to think about sorry, I know it's boring.
No, man. I'm sorry. I'm still recovering from the jet lag from.
No, it's okay. It's just think about every piece of content that person consumes and listens to from you, whether it's video or they read something that you've sent them or they read something that you put online. Each piece that they read is them like physically moving down the funnel. That's their movement. So every piece that they read moves them further down. And most of the time, your Meta ads will get people. They'll be in this area here. So all of the top of funnel and just crossing into the middle, which means that there's still going to be a little green in terms of like whether how they like you and know and trust you. So your goal is like attract attention. And with attention comes people that are ready to buy. Right? Because you get a chance to get the attention of the people that are like, oh, yeah, I remember I want window tint. Oh, yeah, I want paint protection film. I forgot about that. Or, I just got that car ordered. I should probably see what these guys are about. You're going to get people that do that. Just understand this is the next piece, is that Meta advertising and how you think about it and view it is very top of funnel because of how it serves ads. And it's always interruptive. Because when was the last time you were on Meta and you actually got served something that you genuinely needed? Usually you're not served an ad until after you've searched for it on Google. Isn't that weird how that works? Mm-hmm. So when you're on Meta, most of the time, the first time people are discovering you is just by accident, just through what the platform decides they're interested in or could be interested in. The platform says, this person looks like they could be interested in this. Let's serve them this ad. That is how Meta works to a T.
Lance got a question. It says someone told him, if I can't throw around $1,000 or $2,000 for Google ads a month, then I should stay with organic on Google. Does that sound right?
Yes. So, and I'll tell you why. Because the advertising platforms now are so driven by AI and data that you need volume in order to steer the ad, because they both rely on AI data segmentation and AI data sorting. So typically you're going to need to spend like $1,000 to because listen, there's only so many ads that people can be shown, and there's only so much area on the screen that can be filled with ads. So the more businesses that open and the more people advertise, the more it costs. Because like supply meet demand equals costs go up. And what that turns into is you need volume of opportunity, which means each opportunity costs more and more money. So you will absolutely really need to spend about $1,000. I would consider $1,000 a minimum investment. You could probably get away with 500, but like, and again, you might get lucky and you might find the secret meta algorithm hack. Who knows? But like in general, you're spending a minimum of $1,000 per platform, per service, not mixing all of your services, but one service, and $1,000, and running that creative and testing different things. And that's all advertising is an ongoing test.
Plus ongoing changes in Google.
Oh
and
my God.
Meta.
It's exhausting sometimes.
So I mean, it's becoming tough and tough, from my understanding, to do it on your own, and you end up having to use a professional to stay on top of it.
Because of how much until you get to a point where you're no longer doing the work, employing the expert services like from me or from one of the there's a very short list of other people that I would ever be okay with sending work to inside the industry. And if you're not immediately I just had a ADD brain fart. If you're not staying on top of advertising consistently, you end up losing money because the platforms change so much. And that's just like AI being injected into technology. We have no control over that.
So one of the things that I wanted to ask real quick here is it kind of appearing to me that most of this social media, TikTok, all those things, you want to use them as your viral hook reels, your origin stories and stuff like that. Is that where you focus more of that stuff?
Correct.
Yeah.
What are you looking at there, Cash? What is that?
That is a very long comment from David Chuckman, who has one of the biggest business in Texas when it comes down to window tint. And man, he goes into a lot of what you said in detail, and I'm just trying to read it, man. I'm like, dude, David just like the second comment that he put out here, he put a whole paragraph that's a lot of detail. Yeah. And basically, no like trust. What you're saying is never surrender. And he's like, nobody just wakes up and picks up the phone and call you. They have to like you, know you, and then call you. But you know, they buy peace of mind, they buy confidence, they buy feeling that they made the right choice. You know, and I think that hits home with a lot of people.
Yep.
That only comes from consistency. So the other thing is the consistency,
and that goes immediately to what I think Lance asked about organic, and like Google organic is exactly what that is showing up and putting time and energy in consistently. And I wanted to touch on that before it got buried because it's really important. And most tint operators and film operators are going to focus on organic because it's what they can knowingly, number one, you can afford as a solo op. And number two, you can genuinely like put your time and energy into, right? So organic is putting guides, blogs, walkthroughs, any information about the services that you offer, about your tint, all like your films on your website, and posting them to your Google business profile with the update tooling. And the other side to that is YouTube. I need you guys all to hear this. If you don't want to spend money on advertising with Google or Meta, just fine, which I totally understand why you don't want to, because like if you learned anything about working with tinters, Cash, is that they want to control their own destiny. And
Right.
it's hard to do when you have to put the destiny and the faith of your business in the hands of somebody else. And I get why that's difficult. It's a requirement of like accelerated growth, but you can engineer organic growth with YouTube. YouTube long form, please hear me. Listen, write it down and underline it twice. Long form YouTube content. And then use a plugin like vidIQ or another YouTube SEO Chrome plugin to help you put the right words in the right place inside of those titles, descriptions, subtitles, tags, all of those things count, and then getting your long form embedded on your website. Please, if you can focus on making long form YouTube content, getting it embedded on your website, and making that content, and here's the other mind-blowing piece, Cash, you should, please, I need all of you to like tell the kids to shut up. Tell them all to shut up. Tell them to shut up and sit down and write it down with you. Make your long form content a part of your sales process. Better yet, build the content for your sales process first, then upload it to YouTube. That is the game-winning strategy. Now, Cash, what's the number one thing that you get asked besides how much does it cost in your business every day?
How long does it take? And it's usually like, hey, I want privacy and I want a heat reduction.
Okay. So that's three questions. So would you say that you could probably sum that up under like, this is everything you need to know about ceramic window tint.
Right.
Okay. So if you can write everything you know down, or write a script, or use AI to help you.
I was gonna say ChatGPT.
Listen, I'm gonna plug my own thing next, and you're gonna understand why in a second. Okay, and you may have seen me talk about it too. Is Chip? So I'm gonna tell you about Chip. If you can make your sales process content first, and for you, Cash, that can be, this is everything you need to know about window tint. And you make a video that's just you either filming, and like some people don't want to be on camera, and that's fine. It's totally fine. Record yourself working on cars in time-lapse mode and then talk over it. That's easy. Like, now you don't need to talk to the camera. Problem solved, done. Don't need to worry about it. Now you can make any amount of content that you want. And that content works really great. And you make this content, and you spend 10 minutes talking about all the things they need to know. And right. And now when people send you questions, you don't immediately shove the link down their throat. You answer the questions the best that you can, right? And then you offer the link to them like, hey, this covers everything that we've talked about in depth. I just wanted to make sure you had it. And you give them that link. And then you're using it as a part of your sales process. And now that's going to help you do what? That's helping you do what? Build like and trust, because video content is what really pulls, because we don't want to push, we want to pull people in. And if we can pull people in, we can gently edge them towards liking us and trusting us. Right. And then we can take that content, put it up on YouTube, and now we've got another point to bring people to us, because guess what the second largest search engine in the world is? YouTube. And guess what else shows in organic search results? YouTube. Now you understand how you can kill like 8 birds with one stone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly using YouTube more than Google when I'm doing like, hey, how to remove a panel, how to do this, unless I go to bottom loads, page and it's there. Otherwise, I'm going to YouTube. Like when I'm fixing stuff, hey, how to learn about something. It's usually YouTube has a video or something. Whether it's accurate or not, that's another thing. But you know, it's YouTube. I agree with you.
So
Gabe,
yes,
what
yes, sir, yes, sir.
what's the what do you consider the long form? Just like more than a minute, or are we talking like 10 to 15 minute, or you know?
Something that's worth sitting down and listening to, which is typically anything above 5. But
Okay.
you know, you either most short form you want to stick to 90 seconds or less because you typically can't get reels out there longer than 90 seconds and have them show up in the recommended feed on that platform. And the long form content, you know, the sweet spot is like between 8 and 10 minutes. That's because you have to think about attention and how much time and energy people have at the time that they're looking at your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the sweet spot. And again, you may find something else might work in terms of those timings. Those are just like, that's just the generalized video content. What I want to show you guys is Chip. Now, Chip is a software that I designed to help people that do window tint, paint protection film, and detailing in their business. This is like ChatGPT on steroids for this industry. It's designed on purpose. Chip1.ai. CHIPONE.ai. Now, it wasn't my intention to jump on here, but like since we've gone down the content hole, like this is exactly what this can be used for. So Chip is the one piece of content that what do we talk about this whole time, which is like these guys are working their asses off. You guys are working your butts off as solo tinners. And you've had marketing that doesn't work. You're stuck at the same revenue, and you're probably leaving money on the table, right? And like, here's just an example in exchange most people have. You know, I'm not really sure. I need to think about it, right? And this system, Chip, is designed to handle all the things that everybody sucks at doing. And that's like creating SOPs, writing content, helping you scale up, and getting you expert advice. I would so like Chip has a free tier that I encourage you all to take advantage of. And if you guys are all jumping on Chip right now, it's like you're going to choke it and it might take you a minute to get your registration email. The voice coach inside of Chip is like, imagine paying somebody like me or Mike $1,000 for an hour of our time. It's like that level of industry knowledge that you can have in your pocket that costs you nothing. And you get some of that time for free each month. Like this thing Chip is literally the same cost, almost the same cost as ChatGPT, and it does a great job. It does a better job of helping you in your business. So please, if you guys want to get into content and you want to get content that sounds better than ChatGPT, try Chip. I encourage you to experiment and play with it. Ultimately, it has all the features and things that you're going to need for your business, including posting to all the social media platforms that you're going to need to post to. So with that said, I'm now going to end my hard pitch. Hard pitch over. But that's my software. And there's a free version, there's a pro version, and an enterprise. At max, you spend $100 a month. You can get it by with free, and if not, you might spend $30. So that's a way that you all can do better at marketing. Please try Chip, use it, use the free tier. I encourage you. It costs you nothing. And if you like it, great. If not, ChatGPT is calling you. A Chip should make everyone's marketing easier. Really.
I love it. I think
No
no
BS.
I have to rewatch and
there's a lot.
Digest this slowly to incorporate and get on it. And I apologize for the people by the early on because I got some like, no man, it's interesting. What are you talking about? I'm interested as well too. That's why he is here.
And I'll give it.
I was just gonna say that I crashed ChatGPT. And I was on a 24-hour lockout with ChatGPT.
Oh no, sir. Oh no. I mean, listen, the pro version of this thing has like a 500 message limit in a month. I have yet to see somebody cross 100 messages a day.
Uh, yeah, I was trying to get something done, and I was really pushing ChatGPT. I was just opening new, and I was just like, "No, do this, do this, do this," and like it literally says you have to now wait. Like, and it
It's
didn't
like,
give me
hey,
time, but it
you
took
are
about
out.
24 hours
You are out
before I
of
was
these
able to do that.
tokens right now.
Huh?
Used up all your tokens. I've never
Yeah,
met
I
anybody.
did.
Did you
That's
see
wild.
Lance's last question? He said he understands you need 7 touches for a customer to interact with your service. He's like, how do you get in front as many customers as you can on every platform they open?
So I think that is. So I think that the number of touches you get somebody to need to have before they interact with your business, like, is not necessarily an interaction that they have with you. It can just be that they have seen you. They've seen your content on Instagram. They've seen you on TikTok. They've seen you on YouTube. They've poked on your website. They've maybe looked at your Facebook. And using those different platforms will ultimately net you the amount of interactions and opportunities for those touch points. But the touch point measurements where they really matter is after they come into contact with you and after they make contact. Because can you guys think back to remember when COVID was happening and how easy it was to get people to convert, how little you had to talk to them and convince them?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Right? So it was like maybe
It was
five.
like free money, literally.
Dude,
Like,
it was like maybe 5 things, maybe 5
I
touches.
felt like a stripper at that time, honestly.
Bro, just he's out there like just like this on you, like. Oh my god. Prompting course at Florida University. Oh no, don't do that. No, Rico. Listen, if so, jump on the Detailing Growth YouTube. There's a webinar that I put on that teaches you about how to talk to AI. Literally, there's like 6 things you need to know about. And ultimately, you just need to understand that you need to give the right amount of context and information. And you need to be really clear about what you want. If you can say, I have this going on in my business, and I want this outcome, then AI can help you do it. But you need to be clear in how you describe it. And I guess like that was about maybe 3 years ago I put that together. So like I guess I'm probably due for an update on like how you should be using AI. So like, sorry, Rico. But please don't spend that $1,800. Please don't do that. Let me put together another video, and that's what I'll commit to is I will put together a video on YouTube and like give it to Cash so that you can share it or whatever. Or maybe Cash, maybe you and I do like a one-on-one video.
Awesome.
And I show you some tips and tricks on like how to use AI, and then we can use that to help some of the guys here in WeAre-Film.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. We can sit down and we can record it, and then we can modify it and chop it up and
Yeah.
share it. Definitely, that'd be awesome. Dude.
Listen, if you're a big ChatGPT user, my guess is like you're gonna start. You'll learn some things that you're gonna be like, yo.
Hey man, I'm not a big. I do like the posts and some of the stuff. I use ChatGPT. I mean, I do pay the paid version on it, but I don't know how to use it as well as I should. Honestly speaking, I'm learning. In fact, over the weekend, I've got somebody told me he's like, "Hey man, tell it to call you a certain way, like yo something." Like I think it was Mike Burke that told me. Like I told my ChatGPT to call me yo Mike, and he's like do it right now, and I was like, hey, call me Cash Money, and now every time I do something it says, hey Cash Money, I got this down for you, let me know how you like it and if you want me to improve it. And I'm like, dude, this is so dope, this is so crazy, like it's funny.
Yeah.
It starts you off on a really good mood when you tell it to do something, but it's just like, okay,
Dude, and like
I don't have an idea of how to properly use ChatGPT, so I can definitely learn from you, and people can really get the actual input on like what a dummy learns and how they can translate into it, because I am an empty vessel when it comes down to the AI stuff.
And listen, there's a bajillion and one things that people say AI is good at and what it's good for. And I want to take one piece one last time to maybe to plug the thing that's going to help some people the most. So like we've got our 2026 marketing guide coming out here in the next few weeks. It's 100 pages of content that I personally took the time and energy to write with the help of some people inside my organization. It's 100 pages of marketing information and visual structures to help you guys understand marketing and like how to use it in your business. And like there's a section in that guide about AI, what it's great at, what it's not so great at. And that will be one of the best things for a lot of you guys to use and understand. And Cash, I think if you and I can get on a call and show these guys is one, how to connect some of their tooling to ChatGPT, and then tell ChatGPT to take actions inside of that tooling to like help you do things in a faster fashion, right? Because at the end of the day, like your time is limited, and when you think of AI, you should be thinking of it as your multiplier, because you know that you can only do so much of things in a day, right? Shout out to Jeremy from Fireball. He's a solid dude, like him a lot. If you can use AI as a way to multiply your leverage,
Right.
and that's how you need to think about when you use AI is, what am I going to use AI to do that's going to multiply my leverage to get more done in a shorter amount of time? And like, I'm the guy you want to learn from when it comes to AI too, because like I use AI heavily in what I do in ways that most people will never understand. And it is quite possibly the difference in seeing a business truly grow and succeed versus one that stays stagnant, is the understanding of AI and how to weaponize it for your business.
Definitely. I love it, man. I'm down for it. Like are you going to MTE this weekend?
I am not. So we did MTE last year. It was a great time, fantastic time. We did the booth and all that. We met a whole bunch of great people. We really decided that we wanted to really pick and go all in on the events we did go to, and I think we're going to do WFCT this year.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome.
So
I don't know if you heard, but we are also doing an event in May as well called Film Fest. So it's going to be first event for us, but it's going to be some fun stuff, man. We're putting up, and we got a great venue for it. If you ever been to Atlanta,
bro, I know Atlanta very well. I worked in Georgia for 10 years.
Oh, well,
Conyers. I worked in like the Covington Conyers area.
Well, we're going to be in the Gwinnett County area. We're going to be at the Gas South Convention Center, which is more diverse, a little bit higher end than Conyers and Covington. No diss to Conyers and Covington, but it's just if you're up in Duluth and Suwanee, it's a lot more diverse. You got a lot of things to do. There's Top Golf, there's racing, there's a main event, there's Korean food, there's Jamaican food, there's Indian food.
I'm thinking about it now. Atlanta is where I got my start in really growing across the industry, was when I got invited to the KCX launch at Atlanta Speedway. That was a really fun time. That was the first time I got invited to anything, and I've been involved in the industry ever since.
Axe the City. I don't know what Jeremy is saying Axe the City for.
Neither do I.
Rico, MTE is going to be in Orlando this weekend. I believe it starts on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're heading down Thursday. Me and so far is Thomas riding down. So if you are in the way between Atlanta and Orlando and you want us to stop by your shop, we're taking Thursday. We're going to be leaving early in the morning. we'll make our way and stop at some shops. Avery Wells is on our radar, so we'll be stopping at every shop. I think we're gonna hit up Jeff Welch as well since he's in the way.
Oh, I like Jeff. Jeff's a good dude. That's
Yeah, and if there's few more, we'll make some time and we'll stop by, and then hopefully I'll have some film stickers that we can slap on your shop while we swing by there. But hit us up, man. I'll make a post about it tomorrow. But we're gonna be leaving Thursday. We're really looking forward to. This is my first MTE, and Wayne here is one of my convincer. Like, hey man, you gotta come out to MTE. You gotta check it out. And I know Mike Norg is gonna be there, so we're meeting up with him. There's some people out there that's gonna be there, so I'm excited about it, man. Honestly, but I'm excited about May, man. We really got a great competition set up, but there's some networking, there's some education stuff that's going to be really set up right. We're going to do some unique workshops that's going to be involving the whole a whole venue instead of just one room.
You said it's in May?
End of May, last week, the week after Memorial Day. So May 29th, 30th, and 31st, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's 30 minutes from the airport, straight shot off of 85. So if you're flying in, you don't got to change a highway, and it's right off the highway. The hotel of choice is the West Inn, connected to the convention center, literally 55 feet from the lobby to get into the hall we're in. And it's just been renovated. I mean, it's just been built last year. Like, it released in April. It's not even a year-old hotel. Kick-ass place, rooftop bar, Starbucks at the corner in the hotel. So like, it's the landscaping of the venue is awesome, especially the outside, like the outside, right outside the hall. They've got a really unique setup on to sit down at a lawn and just kind of enjoy good networking. I mean, I think it's just, we got to go do a video next week sometime. But I think it's going to be an awesome event. Really looking forward to hosting that for people, and we're in talks with the Miller brothers coming out, and hopefully they'll do a tint lab training with some of our trainers, and it's just going to be a kick-ass event. So if you haven't heard about it, if you want any information about it, and for you as a vendor, man, cost is very low. We made it very feasible for everybody to attend, to be a vendor, and we're really looking at ROI for everybody, because I know as a vendor, ROI is very important for a lot of people. So we're taking on a lot of the responsibility and the financial burden on it. But we're trying to let the people know, hey, we're here for the industry. We're not here for ourselves. And we're officially a 501c, so like everything is done right from day one. So
that's awesome. I love that.
But anyways, Maverick said, I want to do United States window tinters around the United States. I already do now, last 3 years, traveling across the state. How would it be better known, Gabe? That's a question from him. Richard says, let me get a quick invite. Sure, I'll send you an invite. Give me just 1 second. You're like Charlie from Rugrats.
I mean, Chucky.
You said Charlie. I mean, I would go with Chucky. I would be like, that's Richard.
Now what's Eric here on about? Here we go.
Ed Charlie, what specific use case do you have for integrating ChatGPT into a client stack? Are you leveraging custom GPTs for your clients as well? Ooh.
Most clients that work with detailing growth use Chip, because that's the tool that we provide for them. And like if you're a client of detailing growth, we give you Chip for no cost. But in general, like ChatGPT is great for like organizing emails, finding Google Docs, managing your Google Docs and organizing them, connecting it to Notion so that you have like project management attached to it, so that you have a place to like actively track your progress on things. I don't have any specific use cases of integrating ChatGPT with a ton, other than connecting ChatGPT to tools and then asking it to find something in the connected tool. Like, dude, somebody emailed me from X amount of weeks ago and I can't find the email. They were talking about this. ChatGPT will go and find it if you connect your Gmail account. And like using it to find your Google Drive files and your Google Docs and integrating with like Google Sheets, things like that. That's another great thing is like it can make spreadsheets and Google Docs really, really easily now. So like you can take anything that's inside the chat and ask it to put it into a new Google Doc and it'll do that for you. That's really all that I can give you off the top of my head. Hopefully that was helpful. I think that was Eric. And of course, like, you know, I'm sure if we had a conversation, I could probably answer 80 bajillion more questions.
Well, Richard asked for it. I sent him the link so Richard can hopefully jump on. Oh, there he is. Give me 1 second. All right, there you go. That was too scary. I just signed him off. But there you go. I don't know if he's frozen or if that's
What's up, Ricky?
Ricky. And Jeremy, I got it, bro. I got it. When you just said Axe City, I didn't know what you were talking about. But yeah, Axe your city. Yeah, Axe your mayor. Yeah, we all know what you mean by that now. Anyways, Mother Marion says soap and fountains. That's funny, Mother Marion. You're engaging people in the wrong way. Shame.
I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
There you go. Ready. What's up, bro?
Oh, man. Is
that's the official WeAre-Film blue waffle bag. Ooh,
that's awesome.
Gabe, obviously you know what that is.
I'm a child of the 90s. Are you joking? Of course I do.
He knows what flavor it is. He's a 90s baby. Yeah.
That better be blue raspberry in there. I don't want to hear nothing else, bro.
Right, I'm out of here. I just want to show you guys that. Have a kick-ass night, guys.
Take it easy, Ricky.
Later.
Oh, man. Love you, Richard.
That was funny.
That was funny as hell. I got some of those bags coming on my way, so that's just a hilarious.
I knew what it was as soon as I saw the texture in the logo. I knew exactly what it was. I was like, "Oh no!"
So there's a whole different story on it. And that's what it started. But at the first WFR reunion, there was a whole, gathering, and the conversation just started with that. It just kind of build a really good network of friends from there. Eric's asking, what does Chip do? So Chip is kind of like ChatGPT, right? Is that what you're saying?
It's essentially like ChatGPT, but the knowledge that the chat assistant, like the text chat assistant, has, and that the amount of like leverage it will help you in this specific industry is huge. What Chip really excels at are the things that you can use it for to accelerate your growth. Writing, creating an SOP, project management. It has the ability to store projects and tasks and documents. It has the ability to coach you, literally have a voice conversation with you. And you can literally jump into the voice coach and talk to it about the strategy, any problems that you're having in your business, even role play sales and teach you sales strategies. What am I looking at? What is happening?
People that get on the live, they know exactly what's happening.
Oh boy.
So if you know what's happening, you know what to do. I'm not telling people what to do. Marietta, that's where it started it. So it's that time of the podcast, guys. You know what to do. If you want to be on that wheel, put your name in there. We're going to do some giveaway. That's literally what that is. You get on the wheel and let's go.
So you get people, what do they give you? What do they do? And then what triggers them to be entered into this?
Just being on here, man. Just being part of the industry, man. That's it. If you want to be on there, we'll put you on there too, bro.
No, listen, give it to these guys, man.
It's just a fun thing we do, man. It's just like, okay, hey,
What are they gonna so it's just like for random swag and merch and like sponsor giveaways that you have?
Yep, pretty much.
Well, this is what I'll do. I'll throw in today is we can run a spin for a year of Chip 1 Pro.
Whoa.
All right, I'm putting our name on there, Ryan.
Eric says Chip sounds really cool. Keep up the good work.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Him. We got Jeremy.
The great work.
We got Wayne. I got Trip on here. All right. Chip sounds really cool.
I don't know who's watching on my channels. I connected all of my streaming points as well. So you need to be in the stream inside of WeAre-Film in order to be inside the comment feed for this. I haven't seen anybody
on YouTube as well. I can get the chats off of that as well.
Okay.
But WeAre-Film is primarily where most of the stuff just happens. I've got Maverick. I got Bill S. I got you on here. Mother Marion. I got you. And Jordan, Shady for the Shade. I got you. Shady.
I want to give a shout out to Shady. Didn't he post one of his milestones the other day?
Yeah,
what was the milestone that he posted?
I think it was 4 months.
4 months on the wagon, Shady. You are the fucking shit. As somebody who has grown up inside of that world and seen it happen and destroy people, bro, you are on the right path, and I just want to say props to you. That's nothing easy, and just keep pushing. So that's for you, Shady.
It's kind of funny for me, my wife will be celebrating 4 years as well, and until she like did that, I was never really I never really knew too much, I guess, about the recovery and stuff like that, and since being like with her and around her and watching her help other people and stuff, and then seeing my friends going through things and then watching their sobriety, it like I really love to see that stuff too, like with Jordan and even Richard, and there's many more in our industry and outside of our industry that I know, but it's really great to watch people take those steps because we all know it's not easy.
Yeah, man, and like in industries where they are primary blue collar operators that don't have a ton of white collar experience, things like alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and things like that run rampant. And I just want to say to anybody that's thinking about, should I get on the wagon and go through the program? You absolutely should. It will be the best thing that you ever do for yourself and for other people. And because we all want you guys to be around for a long time, not a short time. And I think that everybody could get behind that.
Yep.
I love
and
that.
Just be a better version of yourself, right? Like watching, like I said, my wife and other close friends and stuff go through it. It's just amazing, the change that you can see in people, and sometimes it's hard for the people to even know that that's possible in themselves. So I think that's the hard part.
Dude, working a 12-step program will be the hardest thing that some people do in their entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The guys I've got on the wheel, just because I have a few people asking because they're watching on their phone, they can't see the wheel that great. Lance, Fernan, Maverick, Jeremy, Justin VX, Rico, Bill S, Thomas, Lance. Oh, I got Lance on here twice. Good thing I read it. All right. So Marion, Sarah, Shady J, Tim Johnson, Trip, Heather D, Zach S, Wayne, Cash, Tanny, Jay, Peters, and Ryan.
What are we spinning for?
We're gonna spend it for your prize, but we're also gonna give away one of the important sauce bottle, as well as we've got a film blanket.
Ooh.
So there's that. So we'll do all three of those things tonight. Dang it. Cash caught it. I'm sorry. Hired my first employee in December. Super excited for this journey. Love it, bro.
Let's go.
Congratulations. That's awesome. The growth. Richard said put him on the wheel. All right, Richard, I got you, man. But yeah, I mean, it's we just do some fun stuff, man. It's just for more than anything else, it's more of just like, hey, you're here, let's just help out the community, just throw some stuff in there. But I appreciate you putting that on there, man.
Yeah, man.
For a whole year, that's awesome, bro.
Bro, that's 500 messages and like 2 hours worth of voice coaching a month, I think, plus a few other things. As like one of the measurables inside of it. And like guys who are doing multi-million dollars a year are running that same subscription and getting massive value out. So that should be a huge lever for whoever wins it.
Let's go. I'm for it. Wayne's like, I'm here for the blanket. Love it. All right. Whenever, since you're the host, you tell me we're gonna do the blanket second. We'll do the sauce first, and then we'll do chip last.
Okay.
Voice coaching, yes, sir. He said that.
Well,
JD.
Yep.
All right. Whenever you say spin it, I'll spin it, Gabe.
1, 2, 3, spin.
Man says I'll burn chip up, no doubt, if I can win.
Ryan. Oh man. That's some troll shit. I ain't never seen that before. Oh my dear Lord.
I learned not to say the name until it stops, because that happens.
Oh my God. I will keep my mouth shut, man. I'm gonna shut up.
It's all right. I won the blanket last week.
Fernan has Fernan won a important sauce before?
Oh, important sauce. I think so. I don't know.
Fernan, have you won an important sauce before? He won last month. Okay, so Fernan, you stay on. We'll have to do a respin since he's already won that.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna shuffle it real quick, and when you say go again, Gabe.
Spin it.
So the only thing we do is we don't let the same people win the same thing more than once. Bill S. Congratulations. I don't think Bill has won a sauce. He's won a blanket, and he said he still hasn't got his blanket yet. So we got to check on that tomorrow. See what's up with Bill's blanket.
Okay.
I thought he won the chip, laugh out loud. No, he won. This is for the important sauce. Then we're going to go for the blanket, and then we'll go for the chip, Rico. So, Bill, are you still in the chat? That was some good trolling. He's still in the loop for chip. Pass it on. I bought my sauce.
Pass it on. I re-roll it. Re-roll it.
All right, we re-roll it, man. All right.
Send it.
Go. Jeremy's like, congratulations. He said he bought his sauce, so he didn't want it. Well, I guess it was meant for Ryan. Ryan, have you won the sauce yet?
No, I haven't won it. But
you want to pass it on?
I mean, yeah, pass it on. I just bought a bag, and I have a bag. Richard takes very good care of me.
There you go. He's got that friend hookup. All right, then we're gonna next one up is Heather. I know Heather hasn't won one. All right, Heather. Ryan is sauce boy. Ryan is a sauce boy, 100%. Congratulations, Heather. I know you haven't won it, so there's your sauce. No one wants the sauce. No, people want the sauce. They already have some sauce. They're looking for the other prize. We all know what the prize they're looking for. But message Richard your address, Heather, and he'll get that over to you. All right, moving on to the blanket.
Send it.
All right. Wayne said he's still waiting on his sauce, so we got to check with Richard on the sauce for Wayne.
Oh, jeez.
No, Wayne talked to me this weekend, or we got that straightened out.
Well, I can't win the blanket, so unless it lays on Marion. Oh, that was so close. I thought I was going to go to Marion. I already have a blanket. So we'll shuffle it one more time. Getting sauce is the best. All right.
God,
Sarah
dude,
won blanket.
the
So
level of
Lane
troll
wanted
that
it.
that has
So
is
there
crazy.
you go, Sarah. Now you got a blanket coming your way. Or actually, I can bring it to MTE, so that way you don't need to wait to get your blanket. So congratulations, Sarah. All right. Now I'm going to shuffle it, and whenever Gabe says it, we'll spin it.
Send it.
Send it. Ooh, this is so exciting right here. Damn it, it's not me. Damn it, it's not you either, Ryan. Or is it?
It is Ryan.
Oh, shit! Ryan, it is you.
Damn.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Damn.
Ryan can definitely give it a run for his money because Ryan is great with the wording.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, congrats, man. I'll get you hooked up with 1 year of Chip Pro.
Awesome. That's
And
awesome.
for those of you who are tuning in and didn't get a chance to see it, it's Chip One. That's CHIPONE.ai.
I opened it up when you had it up there before. I didn't go any further into it, but I have it open here.
Go ahead and register, and I'll set your account status.
Awesome.
so
Cash, man, this was fun, man. This
yeah,
was
you
super
can't
sick.
win twice, but if they had the prize, we didn't take their name off if they already won before. But nobody's won Chip before, so yes, it's always rigged when somebody
Rigged.
when they don't win.
Listen. If you've ever been in a Twitch chat, you know that every giveaway is rigged. Every single one of them.
I love it. I love it when it comes out like it's rigged, and then they win the next week, and then it's like, nah, it's not rigged.
That's it, man. How many Cash? How many of these have you done now?
How many lives have we done?
Yeah.
We done live every week except we skipped 1 week since we opened film
That's awesome.
in May. I think we.
I
Opened,
mean, and then it was every week for like 3 years prior.
oh yeah, I mean, and it was every week for WFR prior to that for 3 years. So
Do you have it an actual podcast on Spotify or Apple
I
or
do
anything?
not.
Well, guess what? I also run a podcast editing agency, and if you want podcast hosting, I'll give it to you. So that way you can get on Apple and Spotify and reach more people, bro.
Whoa.
Shit. That's fucking awesome, bro. I know. I'm like, shit. There goes my bitch, arrest bitch face right there, man. Because I can't stop smiling now.
Hell
like,
yeah, dude. No, listen, I pay. I run a podcast editing company that works with like other marketers in other sectors, and I have the resources to set up podcast hosting for just about anything. And
nice.
you got a pretty worthy cause here. You're helping out a lot of people, so I will absolutely hook you up with podcast hosting. And like, you don't even need me to be a part of it. Like, you have access. You can get it connected, share it. And as a matter of fact, I think Restream might connect. You might be able to push the recordings as uploads directly to that service. So I think it might be super easy. So
yeah, I've been improving on like trying to do YouTube and doing the thumbnails, and then also doing with this. I'm also doing the caption for it and putting that title in there and
do you pay for Restream? Do you pay for Restream each month? I was going to say, I know it has the clipping capability too.
Yeah, I haven't played with it. Honestly, I do pay for it. I pay annually for Restream now. I've been paying for the last 3.5 years. So I just renewed it back in either October or November.
Do you pay for that? Do you pay for the AI clipping upgrade?
I'm not sure. I would have to.
So if you don't want to, you can use Opus. Opus.pro is a fantastic piece of software. You can take a long video, drop it in, and it'll find all the valuable pieces and auto clip them and auto caption them for you.
Oh wow!
I appreciate that, Rico. Yeah, finally the host gets hooked up. Hell yeah.
Fucking Lance, did he say anally? Oh my god. It's fantastic. I love it here. I absolutely love it.
You caught it, man. You caught it. It is what it is. I have fucked up on words a lot, so I'm not gonna deny it. It is what it is. And I'll try to improve on it, bro. If that's what it was, then hey, man, it may, every time you pay for it, it kind of feels like annually, like not annually. You ain't wrong.
That's that southern drawl you got.
Did you see Jordan was talking about how he said the AI clips get blurry when he tries that. Is there a fix for that?
Is it like, I mean, that might just be platform dependent. They might be super blurry inside of Restream. I know that Opus has, like, when you download the HD final version, it looks great. It looks fantastic. So that could be just something from Restream. I'm not sure. Every sentence that Cash says has a fucked up word. Oh my god, chat is off the chain right now. Chat is nuts right now.
I love my my audience and how real they keep it.
Chat is wild. Wild.
Appreciate you guys keeping me in check, guys. Appreciate that. But hey, Gabe, thank you so much, bro. Like, this was interesting. A lot of people learned a lot more than us just chatting, and I always love the education aspect.
Bro,
of
I'm
it.
all about the value. All about value.
So I really, really appreciate it. We definitely need to do another one, maybe a little bit more dive into different questions that we can answer. Yeah. This was definitely fun. And I know we tried to keep it an hour, and we went a little bit over that. So for the people
good.
that have to stay awake, I'm sorry.
I'm not. Fuck you guys, I'm not.
Wayne's like, maybe we should have this in all four of the languages I speak. That would be crazy. And
you need captions.
The other people in here, man, like it's gonna be ridiculous. I've had one of my
it'd be very confusing then.
I've had one of my friends jump on one of the lives that accidentally got put on my page instead of the group. Remember the guy that was inviting everybody? Oh my god, he was
trolling you.
Yeah, he was trolling me. He was like, "Yeah, let's go to iftar," and everyone's like, "What is iftar?" And I'm like, "Shit, oh come on."
What languages do you speak, Cash?
Yeah, I speak 4 languages.
What? Yeah, I heard that part.
Urdu, Punjabi, English, and I can Hindi. I'm pretty good at. So, but I can also read Arabic. I just don't speak Arabic because of the religion aspect of it. But I can pick up. When I lived in California, I picked up pretty good Spanish. But now my Spanish is really bad. But I can still pick up some of the conversation.
Listen,
I was actually known as Juan for my Spanish name in my 10th grade Spanish class. So they give you a name, and I picked Juan. I don't know why I picked Juan, but that was the name that was given to me for my Spanish.
My name is Chef. That's all I got. Listen, dude, I am the whitest American dude that you can ever find because I only know
speaks English.
Yeah,
I think I speak English.
I can say El Taco. Okay, that's all I got for you, and El Salsa. That's all I got, man.
Hey, man, I've lost my thank you. Come again.
Oh my God! Listen, don't make me break out. What is it from The Simpsons?
Abu.
Don't make me break out Abu.
Abu is good. Abu is from Aladdin. So
yes, Apu. Yes, Apu.
Is from The Simpsons. So believe me.
Oh my God.
I get that.
Listen, we can get real offensive around here.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will see you here next Monday. And stay safe with this weather storm. And the last thing I'm going to say, and I said this to earlier, I don't know if you guys seen this clip, is that the meteorologist really has to be women from now on because that 6-inch snow.
That ain't 6
I love
inches.
to what it was.
Maverick, you got to send me a message and I can answer that for you. Maverick.
All right, guys. Lastly, we do want to thank our sponsors of the week, which is going to be Expel and Nanotech. Without the sponsors, we're not able to do a lot of the stuff that we are able to do. So thank you to Expel, Nanotech, and every other sponsors that we have. With that, I farewell you good night, and we'll see you on the next one.
Catch you later, guys.
Thanks for coming on, Gabe. Thanks for everything else too.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the giveaway as well. That was a wonderful surprise.
Absolutely, man.
All right,
thanks,
brother.
guys.
Have a great one.